Hello, hello, Linda here from Barlates Body Blitz and little Minnie in her box bed. I managed to capture her this time for you. We're just doing a walk and talk, a coffee walk and talk today. Not just, because it is going to be a little bit more intense than usual because we're going to be using a resistance loop for part of it, 60-second intervals. So just start by walking in place with me. We're going to use our loop a bit differently today. I'm going to use a figure 8 instead of just regular, because I figured out that actually it stays on a lot better like that, and it makes it a bit tougher because it kind of shortens the loop a little bit. So we're going to put that on very soon, but in the meantime, why not just use it in your hands to add some resistance for your upper body and just march with me. Tummies are in, nice tall posture. And once again, I'm going to need to apologize in advance if the lighting keeps going from light to dark to light to dark. I have absolutely no control over the clouds and the sun in this naturally lit studio. So that's the reason why it's doing it. A bit annoying, I know, but hopefully you can put up with it. And the other thing is Minnie is kind of a bit camouflaged because she will only go in this box with this particular blankie. And it's dark on dark, so she probably just looks like a little black blob. So let's just put this on. Don't worry if you lose some reps. Put it on above your knees, figure 8 it, put it on the other side above the knee, and then try to kind of flatten it out so it doesn't dig into you. And test it. Walk with me. It kind of feels a little bit strange, but it's giving you that resistance. As you especially pick up your knees, you should feel some resistance pushing against the top of your thighs. So definitely more of a quad focus today. Let's just step touch side to side to see what that feels like. Oh yeah, that feels good too. So we're kind of working 360 with the thighs because we have those loops tightly around both thighs. So I'm actually liking this, and this is the first time I've done it for a walking workout. So if you like it, why not add a figure 8 loop to all of my walking workouts? Why not, right? Okay, let's go into a little tap out. And have you noticed? It kind of is staying in place. I don't know what it is about the figure 8, but it seems to be working a little bit better than the usual latex loops. But of course, if you have a fabric band, I don't think you'll be able to do this with a fabric one because they're too thick, in which case you could just use a long Pilates band, tie it into the shape of a loop, and then figure 8 it, okay? So I've got options for you there. And some people who don't even have a band, number one, where have you been? Please go online and buy yourself a band because they just intensify all of your lower body exercises especially, but also upper body. So please go and do that. But in the meantime, if you really haven't gotten with the program yet, go and get a pair of leggings, old leggings that you don't mind kind of scrunching up. Let's go heel in front and arms up and down. And you can actually use a pair of leggings or even pantyhose, stockings, as a loop. Okay, you just got to be a bit inventive. There's ways around it. If you do not have certain equipment, you can improvise. Down and up, if you get down into a bit of a squat and then heel in front on the up, that's going to give you more of a lower body activation there. So guys, today's pace is fast. And with this added loop, I can already feel I'm likely going to be getting out of breath. So I might have to stop talking every now and then to be able to catch my breath. But we are chatting about all things Barlates and Linda Active on this channel today. So what's been happening with Barlates? Have you been? Let's do a butt kick. Oh, surprisingly, works well for butt kicks too. Have you been enjoying the workouts on the Barlates channel? What have we had? Or should I say, what haven't we had? I've been filming a large variety of workouts on there in order to really give you guys a well-rounded fitness routine And if you haven't noticed already, I have been uploading a lot more than I did, for example, same time last year. So no excuses, guys. No longer having to wait for one workout per week. There are many workouts each week to keep you going. So what have you enjoyed? There's the bounce step series where you're doing simple bouncing exercises, and they are sometimes to the beat without any cueing. Some of them are intervals. I'm going to do a tricep pushback and a heel across. Some of them are interval based, 50-second intervals, 60-second intervals. So there's a bit of a variety there, and they're all short because I wanted to design those to use as a warm-up or just as a cardio to the rest of your workout, or even just as a standalone, get the blood pumping type of workout if you don't have a lot of time on that particular day. Kind of similar in a way to all the cardio dance workouts, which also have been coming on strong once a week at least. So those ones, once again, just short and sharp workouts to the music, no cueing, really for you just to get the blood pumping, your energy up, your mood boosted. They're kind of great to do in the morning to set you up for a super fun day. And as I always say, in those workouts, 2 steps across, make it your own. You do not have to do the steps exactly like me. Don't get frustrated if you lose some steps or you just can't do them. Just have fun with it, guys. That's what the whole point is. They're freestyle workouts, nothing planned, just jumping around to the music like we're kids again, because that's a really good way to just fill yourself with happy hormones and start your day off right. What else have we got? We've got the walk and talk series, and I will give you a heads up. The next series is not going to just be walk and talk, it's going to be train and talk, which means we'll be doing full body workouts, not just kind of step workouts, but also using equipment, doing some mat work even. So there's going to be lots of variety in the train and talk, so that I'm giving you the option to not just do kind of a more cardio-based workout, but also some actual toning while I'm talking to you about various topics to do with health and fitness, both mental and physical. So that is coming up, and I've already filmed the first one of those. What else have we got? We had the Walk Off Fat series. I think I still have one of those to upload, which was a music-only longer walking or stepping series. So those ones have been very popular. I've noticed for some reason 4,000 steps. The 4,000 step workouts are the most popular. Maybe because they're around 30 minutes and that's all that people have to spare, or maybe because I have been packing in a lot of steps in a shorter period of time. So 4,000 steps in 30 minutes is actually quite fast. So I'm prancing in place here, lifting my heels but not running, and just punching up and down. Deep breaths here. So those ones, yes, are still coming out. I think I've still got a 7,000 step one from memory to upload. And then I'm going to continue on with those workouts, but instead of just doing music only, I'm going to do very simple cueing as well, because I know some people don't like me completely mute. So I might just add in just a little bit of cueing, especially at the start of each exercise. Then we had the Endurance 50 series. How could I forget? Totally epic, guys. I loved filming that series so much. Definitely one of my absolute favorite styles of training. Let's just go side to side with the hips and arms out and in. And if these arms are too much, bring them down. Let this be an interval where you catch your breath. Hips side to side. Shake it like you just don't care. Or arms in front, open and out. So yeah, the Endurance 50 series, So many handstands, so many up and down moves. Definitely fun to film. And by the response, lots of views, which means you guys like those advanced series, hey? You enjoy torturing yourself like I enjoy torturing myself and you. So good to see, guys, because I will be doing the Endurance 60 series next, or soon. Before I do the Endurance 60 series, I'm going to go back to doing 10-minute tone, because I started that and then I ended up, let's do a little kind of kick and jig, a kick and jig. So I started doing the 10-minute tone. I put one out, which was the bar arms, and then I got excited and did 5 million other things, and I didn't come back to it for a while, but I'm coming back to it now. So I've decided I'm going to do a lot of 10-minute tone workouts, but don't worry, they won't just be one a week. I might do a couple a week at least, so that you get lots of variety. And I want to do some to the beat. So for example, doing abs to the beat, doing squats and lunges to the beat. And by that I mean that the reps aren't specifically timed, but they are going to go according to the beat. Exactly what I said. So it's going to be a little bit trickier than some of my previous more straight up workouts, like the let's go 2 across and knee. Like the 15-minute tone, for example, was, even though it's never just straight up, let's face it, there's always a Linda twist to everything I do. But this one is going to have some workouts that are going to be a little bit more challenging on the old noggin. Yes, my friends, not just muscle pain and challenge, but brain pain and challenge. Because that's what we want to do, right? As we get older, we want to use that old brain and challenge ourselves. Speaking of challenging yourself, I decided I'm going to learn how to do hula hoop dancing. So I ordered myself like a proper professional kind of hula hoop that cost a lot more than I expected. And let's go side to side. I'm putting a bit of a bounce because it's fun, but you don't need to. You can just kind of step out like this. Yeah, so I'm going to learn how to do proper hula hooping. I only got it this morning. So far, my practicing has been frustrating to say the least, but I definitely think there's been progress. To be honest, I haven't practiced that much, but for the say 10-15 minutes I was practicing throughout the day, I feel like I'm starting to get somewhere. But I definitely still need to watch a lot more tutorials to see the hip action. It's all about the hip action. At the moment, whatever I'm doing, I'm not being able to sustain. Like, you have to do this like little tuck action, and you'd think I'd be good at that because we're constantly tucking, right? But I'm not able to sustain it long enough. So after like 20 odd rotations, it starts going down, 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 down. Let's go marching in place again. Out, out, in. So yeah, time to watch some tutorials and not get too frustrated. I know I'll get it in the end. It's just a matter of finding that sweet spot. Once you get it, I'm sure it's just easy peasy. And then I can learn some tricks for you guys, and maybe I'll do some hula hoop fitness classes. Who knows? I'm not promising anything because it really depends if I get it or not. So yeah, that's my interlude talking about challenging the old nogs, the noggy nogs. Minnie, on the other hand, would not know about that. She does not challenge her noggy. Although, having said that, she's been doing some interesting things lately, which she doesn't always do. She followed us on a walk the other night. She just kept following and following and following and following. Let's go step, tap, and back. And in the end, I was like, okay, well, if you really want to come for an entire walk, why not? So I got her harness and her lead, because as a kitten, she used to walk a lot with us. So I got them, but then as soon as we got to the end of the street, she was just being too cautious, like probably outside of her comfort zone. So we ended up picking her up and holding her the entire time, but she loved it. Photo on Instagram if you haven't already seen it. She loved it. She was alert, she was looking around, she wasn't scared at all. We passed a few dogs on the other side of the street and she was totally fine with it. So now we're thinking of getting a cat pack with a little window so she can look out, because holding that little lump, she's only 5.5 kilos, but after a while, we kept taking turns. She was getting heavy, way too heavy. And she also has a tendency to dig her little claws into your back. And not cool, Min, not cool. So, little cat pack it is. I want a front-facing one so I can see her. Maybe the one with the little legs dangling. I don't know if you guys have seen that. So if I do get one, don't worry. I'll show you guys what it looks like. But I tried putting her in a sling and she wasn't having a bar of it. So I'm not sure how it's gonna go. The old Minnie, she has a mind of her own. She knows what she likes and she knows what she doesn't like. And the sling was a big no. So going back to the workouts, have I mentioned all of the workouts? So 10-minute tone, lots of different body parts, lots of different equipment, some to the beat, not all, don't worry. And continuing the bounce, continuing the cardio dance, continuing the train and talk. Now for my lovely members. Let's go 1, 2, and then up for 2. In front for 2, up for 2. My lovely, lovely members. I've been torturing you. Good. First of all, the lower body extreme. Now the arms and abs extreme. And you ain't seen nothing yet. The last few, especially the ankle weights, arms and abs, you're gonna cry a little bit. I promise, you're gonna cry a bit in that one. But don't worry, I don't fully kill you, just near death. You'll be near death, and then I'll revive you again so that you can keep going and working out with me. So yeah, and I decided to add in the step sweat sculpt series. Sorry, I've totally messed up the arms now. Okay, there we go, up and up. March in place a little bit. Step sweat sculpt. I added that one in for you so that you could have some cardio sculpt in between the heavy toning days. Okay, so do the step sweat sculpt. The first one being a resistance band walk, but with the fabric loop, so you know that's going to hurt. Do that one along with the arms and abs. See how I think of you? It's a lower body focus so that you can use the arms and abs with it and have a total body challenge for that week. Let's do a little bit of a twisting action here. If you don't like this, maybe just tap, tap. But why not try a few, because they're fun and they work your middle. And this is kind of, I need to get my middle more mobile, it seems, for my hula hooping. So yeah, the next one in the step sweat sculpt is going to have calves as well as thighs. So again, a more lower body focus, so you can mix it in with the other up and coming arms and abs extreme. So if you're not a member, there are hundreds of workouts on there that you will have access to with my Barlates exclusive membership. So if you join, you won't regret it. Even if you just join for 1 month, it's worth it, because the cardio bar series, the Metcon series, the lower body extreme, now the arms and abs extreme, let's stay on one side. They are killer workouts, killer guys. And I'm going to be doing some more full body very soon for my members and also for the regular YouTube channel. And of course, guys, if you don't know about Linda Active, I keep calling you guys. I can't stop saying that. Now that I started, I used to say people and now it's guys. And I keep finding that I keep saying it over and over, and I don't know how to stop now. I'll try. So people, if you don't know about Linda Active, head on over, link underneath in the description, because there is literally 40 or 50 odd workouts on there. And if you haven't tried them yet, please, there's also a playlist on my Barlates homepage. So if you just want to go on there, and you can actually intermingle them with my Barlates workouts. Most of them are a bit shorter, about 20 minutes other side, and that will give you the ability to do multiple in one session if you want to. And they are tough. So they're custom viewer workouts, so the viewers decide what I film for them, and I've had so much fun. This was the 3rd month, 10 free workouts, 10 custom viewer workouts, absolute blast, so much variety, lots of Pilates rings for all of you who like Pilates ring. Please head on over, even if you don't have time to do all those workouts, because I know I've been going a bit crazy with filming lately. If you're finding it too hard to keep up with everything, subscribe anyway, because I really, 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 really want all of you guys to benefit from me filming you a custom workout. Come on, I want to film your workout. So the viewer submissions for August are going to be coming out in the next couple of weeks, or in the next week or so. And I'm going to choose 8 winners this month. 8 winners is actually really good odds for you to get your workout made for you. So please head on over, link in description, subscribe, turn on your notifications so that you get that notification for the submission video, because each submission video is only going to be open for 48 hours. You answer a bunch of questions that are underneath that video, and then I draw the winner out of a hat in a separate video. So that's how it works if you don't know about that. I think that's all, guys. I don't really know what else I need to talk to you about. Just really enjoying doing all of the different styles, all the different workouts. Always open to suggestions from you all. I called you guys again, didn't I? Always open to suggestions from all you beautiful people. So put them in the comments below. Any other type of workouts you might want to see, or definitely for the 10-minute tone, what you want me to include. This is going to be the last little section here. Let's just finish with a step touch again. All the workouts that you want me to include in the 10-minute tone, what sort of equipment you want to see, if you want mat workouts, standing workouts, all of that stuff. And any topics that you would like me to talk about for the train and talk videos that are coming up. Please keeping in mind, they need to be topics that many people might be interested in. Something a little bit more general or broad, nothing too specific about certain diseases or injuries or conditions, but something maybe that I can talk about in a more broad perspective so it benefits as many people as possible. Okay? Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed using the figure 8 loop. I definitely felt it more than just using my loop in the regular way. And I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.